guys? Welcome back to another video. First off, I want to quickly apologize for not having a video out this past weekend. I actually did have a few that I had prepared to post for the weekend that I had recorded during the week, except the audio for that was really crap. I decided not to go through with posting that. I thought I'd just go ahead and remake it, not put you through that. It was hard enough for me to edit it and try to get as much of the wind noise out of it. Very little changes in the mic placement here in my helmet make a huge difference. I'm also going to ride at lower speeds, try to stay under 50 here today. Anyways, as the title of the video suggests, do you actually need a SuperSport bike? This video is specifically to address a question a lot of people are asking me if they think I'm going to soon outgrow the bike and move up to like a SuperSport. Question's been asked a lot recently on the channel. People who are interested in getting the CBR500R, debating between getting this bike, a smaller bike, or getting this bike or a bigger bike. Basically they're saying, should I get the CBR500R? If I get this bike, will I need to go to a SuperSport bike later? Additionally, there's another motovlogger that if you found my channel, you probably know of his videos, More Bad Ideas. He's also a CBR500R rider. And in one of his past videos, he was discussing whether or not he'll get like a 600RR as his next bike. He's basically saying that while the CBR500R is a great bike, he's outgrown it and he feels like he needs another bike, which is fine. I completely understand. All the reasons he gives are completely fair. 600RR is obviously a more track-oriented bike, so it's going to be faster, quicker, maybe easier to throw around, flick around like this as well. And while those are all great upgrades to this bike, and I do wish the CBR500R had those qualities, at the same time, I don't need them. And I just want to explain to you guys who are either already riders of this bike or perhaps interested in getting this bike and not sure how long this bike will last with you. The thing is, like a car, with a motorcycle, there's a difference between need and want. I need a motorcycle that can get me, obviously, from point A to point B efficiently, in style, and that can go on all the roads that I need it to go on. I don't want to get a bike that at any point I feel is limited, it's held back, I feel like it doesn't have the potential to go somewhere. So what that means more specifically is that I want an all-around bike. So it's perfect for my commute, my regular commute, which is normally roads like this, and it's also perfect for the occasional highway riding that I have to do. So I want a bike that can do it all. Think of it this way. With your regular car, do you feel the need to upgrade it because one's faster, quicker, and all that? No, basically, usually with a car, it's you're depending on it to get you from point A to point B reliably and efficiently. With a bike, that's not so much the case. People always want the fastest, quickest bike. They want it, but that's the whole point. You don't actually need a quicker bike. You don't need this faster bike. And I know obviously this is a very opinionated topic. Man, this bike gets loud. I love having fun on this bike. But see, that's the whole point. Even with this 500R, I can have a lot of fun on it. This is my commute mostly. I'm going between school and work, and I usually take this road between the two. And because this is mostly my commute, that means I don't really need to go on the highway, despite the fact that this bike can go on the highway. And so this bike is very capable. Having a quicker or faster bike on a road like this isn't going to help me out because the speed limit is like 45 and it dips down to 35 and then 25. Speaking of which, let's get over because the speed limit is lower here. Anyways, this gives me, this will help keep the audio a little better as well. Attaboy. Way back. So yeah, if you're someone like me and you're just going on commutes like this, again, having a bigger bike isn't going to be any beneficial. If anything, it's going to hurt you in the sense that you're not going to have as much of a comfortable experience because it has a very upright seating position, and the fact that those bikes aren't as economical fuel-wise. So for this, again, as I always say, I've said this probably like 10 times at least, This is one of the most economical bikes for a ride like this. It's a perfect commuter. Whereas with a SuperSport bike, even though you might feel like you want that power, again, you don't need it. Is it gonna help you get from point A to point B a little better? No. Those bikes are really track oriented, so they're meant to be fast and quick with unbelievable top speeds that you would in reality never be able to use legally. Likewise, for me as a younger rider, and I know a lot of you are also younger riders, you have a bigger bike, especially if you're a newer rider or not as experienced. That's something that can get you in a lot more trouble, just in the sense that you have all that power that can mess you up. And that's one of the main reasons as well that I don't want a bigger bike. Yeah, I'd like my 500R to have the qualities of a 600RR, but this is a much more forgiving bike is what I'm saying. You don't need a SuperSport bike. Everyone asks me, do I ever see myself upgrading this bike, or have you outgrown it yet? The answers to both of those are no and no. I have not outgrown the bike. I'm very much happy with what this bike offers me, which had you asked me like a month into getting the bike, I would have been like, no man, I want faster and quicker. But that's the thing, you can go to a 600RR, eventually then get used to that. Every time you upgrade to a larger bike, you'll then get used to that other power, and you'll always be more willing to get more of it. So that even applies, like I think, like, you know, Cycle Cruiser, he had a 600RR, and then he's like, oh, I want more, and then he got the 1000RR, the Fireblade. And then yeah, you're always gonna be able to take more power. You're always, that'll eventually become the benchmark, and you wouldn't mind having a little more. Now there's of course obviously the argument, well, I'd have more fun on that bike, and sure, that's a fair argument. There's a good chance that you might actually have more fun on those larger bikes. If you're gonna go to track it all, you're obviously gonna want probably the bigger bike as well. But for your regular daily commuting, what 90% of people are generally doing, you don't need more than this. Heck, I could even do the same commute on a 300R. But the thing is with those, and why I always say you don't really want one of those, is that they're going to be pushed a little harder, especially if you want to do highway riding and you're not going to have as much passing power up there. The thing is, get the bike you need. If you want a SuperSport bike, get it for the right reasons. You actually think you'll be using those qualities, but remember, you don't actually need it. And if I didn't make this clear already, the main reason I'm saying this is people are hesitant to get the CBR500R because they think they'll need more. Again, you don't need more. You'll want more, but thing to note is you'll always want more. That's just the thing with bikes. You're always going to want more eventually. But anyways, guys, I know this topic is super redundant, or at least this video was pretty redundant in that I was really repeating myself. Don't take this the wrong way as me saying don't get a SuperSport bike. Take this in a way of you don't need a SuperSport bike. For 90% of the riding, a CBR500R, a bike like it, is all you're really gonna need. People are like, oh, but I wish my bike could accelerate a little faster. Yeah, but you don't need that. Yeah, but I wish my bike could go a lot faster. Yeah, but you don't need that. Likewise, a lot of people who watch my videos are usually newer riders, probably contemplating if they need the CBR500R. Generally, as newer riders, you don't want to have that kind of power right away. So, for those of you who were asking me the question, because I know a lot of you recently, hopefully this video helped clear this up. I'll be editing and uploading this as soon as possible. For the person who suggested improving my informational cards, I'll look into that. Not really sure what I can do with it right now. For people who suggested fixing up my audio, I'm also looking into that. What's going on here? However, I don't know how to fix that right now. I'm looking for a better mic. Again, if you're listening to this video and you've gotten to this far in the video, which I know 70% of you have not, suggest a good mic below. That can work with the phone. Again, I don't have a GoPro, guys. I'm using a Xiaomi, so I don't have a USB. Come on, can we go? I don't have a GoPro to use a USB mic. I don't have a Senna, and I don't feel like spending a lot of money on a mic. This mic is pretty good for 50 miles and under. In fact, I think I have better audio. Not to sound like a dick, but I think I have pretty good audio compared to a lot of other motovloggers out there, especially at these speeds. Anyways, that's going to be a good place to leave it. This video's already been long enough as it is. Let's go. You're turning right. Are you not turning right? You're not turning right. You're an asshole. God damn asshole. But until next time, guys, as always,